they look at you as like a man. They don't know you're transgender.
Yeah, nah. If they don't know me from social media, yeah, they be like, why is you here, nigga? Like,
right.
Like literally, why are you here? Nah, for real. Like everybody different. You got studs getting kicked out of the stud community and lesbian community and shit. So it's like,
and we here to say all that. Everybody's different, together. And we just here capturing everybody's story. So thank you for coming.
Yeah,
no doubt.
So how do you feel about people saying that transitioning is a mental illness? And then it's a two-part question. How do you feel about people saying, okay, if we gotta accept transgender, we gotta accept transracials?
We talked about your top surgery. If we doing too much, let us know. But did you get bottom surgery?
No, I did not.
What's up with that? Hey, what's going on? It's Boss Brit, the most lit.
What's up? It's your girl DJ Jayceon.
And this is
the No Homo Show.
Where everything we talk about
is homos.
Hold up, let's go. Go, go. Hold up, let's go. Go, go. Hold up.
Hey, what's going on? It's Boss Brit, the most lit.
What's up? It's your girl DJ Jayceon.
And this is
the No Homo Show.
Where everything we talk about
is homos.
Gay. What's up, everybody? Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Welcome back to the No Homo Show. You already know the vibes.
Period.
Ooh, I'm out of breath.
Yeah, girl.
God, damn.
What in the world? Shout out to everybody tuned in through Apple, Spotify, podcasts. We appreciate y'all for locking in with us. And big shout out to everybody locked in on Patreon. You know you get our episodes a week early. Y'all get behind the scenes, even of this episode, all right? We should have done push-ups behind the sings.
We really should have.
Afterwards, I got you.
We should have hit some abs too.
We could do a little something.
I remember last year, y'all, I could not do one push-up.
For real?
Yeah, now I could do like a good 15 to 20.
We could get it for sure.
I'm proud
not
of you.
one is crazy, but hey.
I can see a little scrawny little arms.
Hey, you
like,
see it?
shaking and all right,
hey, go subscribe to our Patreon. That's where we locked in, and that's where you're going to see the guns at. You feel me?
Patreon going up in 2026, so meet us there for real.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, we have a very special guest in the building. I'm going to go ahead and do our intro for today's guest, okay? So today's guest was coming by to talk about a whole lot of gay shit. Is a black, openly trans influencer, fitness expert, and award-winning bodybuilder who's built a powerful platform around authenticity, discipline, and trans visibility. Born in West Africa and fluent in 3 languages, he has become a voice for intersectional queer wellness and respect, pushing conversations about inclusivity, respect, and empathy in the gym and relationships and online. From fitness to identity to what it really takes to thrive as a trans man in today's world, he brings both strength and vulnerability to every conversation. Gay Beast, please welcome to the show, Jayceon.
Yeah, appreciate it. That was dope. I appreciate you, Brett.
Appreciate you.
I feel like a real, you know what I'm saying? I feel real celeb vibes.
I try to do our big one.
I know y'all don't see it right now, but this...
What?
He's built.
Nah, for real.
On camera, you can't. You ain't gonna be able to.
We're gonna insert a picture so they put some respect on your name.
I appreciate
that.
He even clapped on. It was like, thank you.
I think I heard the building shake a little bit.
Nah.
What's up, though? How you feeling, man?
I feel good. I'm excited to do this. Like, you know, I always say like, stutters are like my best friends from afar.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we transitioning. Yeah. We all used to be studs, and then now we get to like, you go to parties, studs are grilling you, but you're like, we kind of the same, you know?
Do you feel like that they look at you as like a man, they don't know you're transgender?
Yeah, nah, if they don't know me from social media, yeah, they be like, why is you here, nigga? Like,
right.
Like literally, why are you here?
I'm not gonna lie.
Which is crazy.
But yeah, I would.
You very much so.
Like, why are you here? But I would look at you like you
like,
a man.
You're not
very heteropassive.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing that conversation.
Now you took off the hat.
Yeah, no, I had to.
Now we gotta go swimming because he pulled the waves out on us. But no, we be hearing about how trans don't feel like they have a space for them. It's like they come over here with the queer people, they looking at them like, what you doing here? Go over there with the straight people, they looking like, what are you doing over here?
What are you doing here? Yeah.
But we gonna get into it because that is definitely a topic of conversation.
Facts.
But before we get into that, we're gonna get into Skittles and Riddles. All right? It's a game that the answer is gonna be something gay, queer. hopefully, sometimes it's a little iffy, but
It'd be a little
you can
crazy.
reach into the Skittles
go in
bag
there, hold
and
on.
read the riddle and then let me know the number. But I also want to say, if you get the riddle wrong, you got to take a shot. We poured up a shot in a No Homo shot glass for you, all right?
Okay.
If you get it right, you
Oh,
gotta take a
Britt,
shot.
I also poured us ginger shots.
All right, thank you for that.
Who makes the sandwiches in a lesbian relationship?
Well, you used to be here, all right?
I'm gonna say the femme. I will hope. I don't know.
It's probably something something crazier.
Crazier than that?
Yeah, usually the answers don't make sense.
So what would the answer be?
I don't know. I would think film
Nah.
too. It better be the guy.
Right,
all right.
Who
Who
my
make-
sandwich?
But are they talking about
Oh, okay.
real, like, what
Right.
are we talking?
Yeah,
I
are we
see what
talking
you-
sexual? Or are we talking
Right.
like...
Now I'm thinking like,
Yeah, I
are
gotta
they
figure it
talking-
out. Hold
we
on.
thinking a turkey and you know what I'm saying,
Right.
Swiss with a little lettuce and
Who makes the
tomatoes. You know what I'm saying?
sandwiches?
We hungry up here.
Yeah,
I think
hold
it
on.
might
So
be
if it's
something
not
else.
the actual sandwiches, what are we talking about? Because I could say both.
Is sandwich like a gay term though? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it?
Sandwich.
I don't know.
Listen, I say the femme.
A femme, what number is that?
24.
Did you
Do you
have
have who makes a sandwich in a relationship? That's all they say.
Who makes the sandwiches in the lesbian relationship?
Whoever bought the meat.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Okay. I like
Okay.
that.
I know it ain't that though, because they really be playing with us on this game right here.
It's 24 though.
Okay.
24. That's
Yeah.
my birthday date. Shout
Thank
out to
you
me.
for letting us know.
What month?
January. I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, I was about to say you're not a Capricorn, huh?
No, my fiance is a Capricorn.
Okay.
All right.
My girlfriend a Capricorn.
Shout out to Capricorns.
We
in the
both
building.
Capricorns, so
Okay. shout out
Oh,
to you.
my wife's a
birthday's next
Capricorn.
week.
We all.
What date?
22nd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My fiance 29th. Her wife is 28th.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
You?
Capricorns.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
January get a little
Cap.
crazy or January a little different than December.
All right, y'all. You know what? Both of y'all just pull up your shot glasses.
damn.
all right? Yeah.
And the shot already made.
Yeah, because you know what? Neither. They both eat out.
Ah.
Come on now.
I ain't over there.
That
They
makes
eat
sense.
out.
Okay. All right.
Salute.
I'll take a shot.
All right.
Salute to you.
Y'all, this is Ginger. This hit just like a shot do.
But it don't make you feel good. Whew.
Health wise.
I want to be lit.
Okay.
Ginger shots really, this really hit like
That's
a
a
shot.
ginger shot? Yeah.
Yeah.
What, with apple cider?
No, it's just straight ginger.
That shit's strong.
Yeah, that usually hit the spot for me. But I would literally mix it with apple cider.
For real. I
Flush
need
you out. Detox you.
We gonna have to try that.
Happy New Year, Gabies. Make sure y'all kick off 2026 with the hottest duo, Boss Brit and DJ Excel. Party with us all month long, and do not forget Boss Brit's all black birthday party January 24th. For more information, visit bossbritxdjexcel.com. Let's get it.
So today we're diving into your journey from your transition to becoming an award-winning bodybuilder to what it really means to navigate sports, dating, and masculinity as a trans man in 2026. We're talking fitness, identity, controversy, discipline, love, and stuff people think they understand but don't.
But don't. It's a lot of that.
It is a
I'm
lot.
probably going to sit there and be like, God damn.
No, because one thing about it, we've had a few trans men and trans women up here, and it's like it's all different perspectives.
Yep.
And we respect it, but sometimes our viewers, they be coming for us, and we be like,
it ain't y'all, it's us. You know, we telling our story and it's different. You feel
Yeah.
me? So
And I think it's important that we acknowledge that everybody's story is different.
I
And
was
you-
just about to say, I
please.
appreciate y'all for giving us this platform to even be able to voice, you know, our stories,
Yeah.
especially as queer folks in the LGBT community as a whole. So shout out to y'all for sure for, you know, creating
Hell
this
yeah.
space.
Thank you.
Thank
'Cause I do think people think like since we don't know, we
Yeah.
can't relate to transgender in that sense. Is like sometimes even people within the community think there's one way or one mindset,
yep.
and then y'all help explain like, nah, we different too, and
Yeah.
everybody, you know,
Everybody
so,
do their own thing.
Everybody.
differently.
and even
Everybody.
within like the lesbian community,
Yeah.
Everybody
like,
different.
yeah.
Studs move differently.
No, for real.
Whether it's sexually, the way you dress, the way you talk,
If
everything
they
is
stud for
different.
stud, stuff like
If
that.
they're
They
non-binary
like getting
studs.
dicks, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
You feel,
cool.
nah, for real. Like everybody different. You got studs getting kicked out of stud community and lesbian community and shit. So it's like,
and we
it's
here,
crazy,
we
man.
here to say fuck all that. Everybody
all
different,
together.
and we just here capturing everybody's story. So thank you for coming.
No doubt.
So what we get into next is your coming out story, but I'm like, which way should we go with it? Like, should it be like when you came out in general to like be in the queer space, or is it like when you transition? I don't really know.
Do you feel like you had two coming out? Did you come out as a stud?
I did.
Okay, let's get
to both.
So I'm gonna just make it like brief, but not brief.
Okay.
I came out to my dad, you know, as a lesbian, because me coming from West Africa at the age of 14 and then being in America, and I'm like, I was gay there, but my dad didn't know. So like, I gotta tell you that I'm different. You feel me? So I came out as a lesbian, got kicked out because my dad wasn't cool with me being who I was.
Yeah.
So I was in a shelter, living in a shelter. Then went to foster care for like 5 years. So that actually allowed me to find myself another way and realize like, yo, you're not even a lesbian for real. You are like a man. Like you've been acting like this for years. Yeah. So then I went back home and told him like, yo, bro, I'm about to be a man. And he's like, God damn, you went from you like girls to now you about to be a whole nother gender. Like that was a lot for him.
Yeah.
But I had to choose, you know, my piece. Yeah. So I think I started transition about like 23. As a trans man. Now I'm 32.
Okay.
So
and when did you first tell him like you were lesbian? When
I told him when I was 16.
Okay.
So at 16, right before my high school graduation, he was just like, bruh, it's not gonna work.
Oh, you smart. You graduated at 16?
Yeah, I graduated at 16.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart.
I
got, you know, because
Africans be smart. Yeah, niggas be smart.
The school system is a little different. So like, when we come here, we got like a little bit ahead of time. But yeah, I told him, and it was just like, I had to choose whether I stay home and be straight or be homeless and be gay. So I was like, I'm just gonna be gay. So I was in foster care. Yeah, I was like, listen, it is what it is, because I know if I stay here, I'm still gonna be who I want to be. So it was like, yeah, that's pretty much what it was. That was my coming out story, but it wasn't like on some coming out like, hey guys, I'm gay.
Right.
I just went through life and people just was like, wait, you a boy? I'm like, yeah. That's pretty much what
so how was it going through foster care and trying to find your identity?
That was a lot, because when you come into, like you said, when you come into the LGBT community, there was only, at the time for me, it was only one straight path.
Yeah.
You a lesbian, you gotta like girls only. But I went through a stage where I was a pansexual, where my sexuality was just, I want to explore what I actually like and what I'm actually into. And then as I went through that, I was like, you know what? I'm a trans man and I like being a man. I'm the dominant in this. Like I can't date my counterpart. Like be in a relationship with another person just like me. I couldn't do it.
Even if it was like a feminine man?
At the time, I thought I could, and I would try to date feminine men, but it wouldn't like, it just didn't make sense to me. It was like, it's not hitting. Like I would sit down with the person, they would be like, yeah, no, you pushing me. You got a beard. Like it just, it was a lot. It was a lot at the time for me to really kind of hit the dots. I think we all, probably not everybody, but we go through that stage where you're trying to figure out what your attraction really is. That's why most people are pansexuals, and then some people just stay pansexuals and, you know, figure it out from there.
And to like you realizing you were transgender, when was it? Because I think a lot of, when you're growing up, studs, I think we go through this moment of like, am I just like a mess? Is this just my style, or is it deeper than that? You know what I mean? Some people go through that. Like, what made you feel? And some people reverse it once they find out, like, it's not, you know, what it is. Yeah. So,
for me, it was more so like I wasn't basing my transition on my physical aspects. It was more so the mental. I wanted to take care of my family. I wanted to be soft to the women in my life. I wanted to take care of I wanted to do the opposite of what the males in my life were doing. They were very abusive, very aggressive, very mean to the women around. So I was like, I want to be a man, because to me, a man is not just, I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to scream at you. I'm going to put my hands on you. That's not what a man is. So a lot of times I see a lot of people transitioning because they want to not have titties. And I'm like, yo, you could be non-binary for all that. You don't gotta, you don't have to transition to take off your chest. You don't have to transition. You don't have to take hormones. Yeah, you can just chop it off. Like it's all good.
I got breast reduction. I don't know why she pointing at me. I still got titties.
Hey,
she childish.
My thing is, do what you gotta do. But transitioning, once you take those hormones, it's a chemical imbalance you're creating.
Right.
It's not like you are literally going to feel how a man feels. The emotion, the lack of crying. You don't get to cry as much. Like your tears actually.
For real?
Yeah, emotionally.
It ain't even like I'm a man, I can't cry. It's like
it won't come out. Like I can cry, I can feel sad, but it will be like probably like a quick low, and it won't come out like when I used to be a girl. It won't come out like that. I won't cry.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, so now you are harboring so many feelings, and you're like, why is it not coming out?
Yeah,
but it's because you are transitioning. You're home. You have testosterone in your body, so that's basically what I tell people. Like, it's more than just transitioning medically. Just take your time mentally, physically, and figure out what it is you really want to be.
And I feel like you're the first one that kind of said like it wasn't about the looks in a sense. Yeah. Like it was.
And I just grew a facial hair. I just grew facial hair like 3 years ago. Like, but a lot of people be like, "Oh, can you give me tips?" I'm like, "Listen, I just got a peach fuzz. I just got a mustache."
Yeah.
And you've been taking it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So
were you cutting it off or was it just not?
Nah, it's just the men in my family don't grow beards, so that's genetics too. That's
they mad at you, boy.
Listen, they be like, God, where did shit come from? Because you know they only grow like a little bit right here, probably a mustache. But you know, that's about it. Nothing too crazy.
So where are you at now with your family?
We kind of like, at first I thought they, you know, accepted me, but I was more so tolerated. It was like, you a family member, we gonna keep you around. But it's like when your family's not asking you how you getting your hormones, how you going through life, how do you have sex? Because nigga, why is you not asking me? You know, how am I?
Concerning questions.
Yeah, like if you're not asking how I'm surviving in the world, that tells me that you're actually just tolerating me being around you. At first, I was just like, oh, my family don't ask me, they accept me. So now, like, we don't speak. My dad always had the same stance, though. It was always just, I'm not with none of that.
Yeah.
So
damn.
My mom is cool with it, but she's in my country. So she don't really, she hasn't seen me in 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So she sees me through social media and she's like, God damn, I got a whole, son, you ain't got no titties. You got a beard, you got a 12 pack, you got a chest, you got muscles. Like what the, you know what I'm saying? My brother back home, like it's a lot of competition between my siblings, but it's that male ego that's like, it's like, damn, you was able to be a nigga, more of a nigga than I am.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it kind of hits them like, they're not as fit as me. They're not as buff as me.
They jelly.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a long, it's hard. It's tough.
I would be tight. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, damn.
If my like brother transitioned to, I don't have a brother. It was a bad bitch.
You're gonna be like, damn, he got longer hair than you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, your hair long now, but imagine you gonna be like, God damn.
I'm tight.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
Is there any reason you haven't went back to Africa?
So, immigration purposes.
Okay.
Y'all know how that goes.
Oh yeah,
so immigration,
especially right now, boy.
And then with me transitioning, having my past name is pretty tough to try to get my paperwork while still, it's kind of like a tit for tat of choosing my transition yet again versus trying to get my paperwork together. So it's like I gotta go through all of that work because if I change my name right now, then I have to go through a whole nother paperwork of getting a green card.
So did you legally change your name?
No, I can't.
Okay.
If I change my name legally, then my green card process is a whole nother process.
Oh, because your green card's under your birth name.
My birth name, yeah.
Got it.
It's tough. A lot of people don't know that, but
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's tough. So like a lot of people who are American can just change their name like that. You could go like New York, you go to Callan Lord, you go to different places and just pay a couple of, shred your old birth certificate and get a new name. But if I do that, now they got to find out who I used to be in order to get a green card to leave the country, get a passport and all that stuff.
That's crazy. Yeah, Jayceon, don't have ICE coming up in here.
Oh, no, they're not going to come up in here. I still got a social. I got a social. I got all of that.
I'm not in
that. Because they going to come get her too.
Oh, wait, where you from? DR?
Puerto Rico.
Okay. You speak Spanish?
come on, Jayceon. It's not about me. This about you.
I'm just saying. Yo habla español también. You know what I'm saying?
No, senor. No, senor. That's very interesting.
Yeah, because I have heard like Americans saying on their passport, they still will say female or male, but I didn't think about the situation, even the green card situation. And nobody want to deal with that, especially not right now. You don't want to put it up. No red flag.
Fucking no. You know, trying to change your name while now will be stuck in America as Jayceon and like trying to get out of there to do a green card. It's like I can't get I won't be able to get a passport. I won't be able to get out of the country at all.
Word.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is a interesting dynamic. Prayers for that process.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It gets worked out, man, because it is a crazy time right now. So let's get into life before transitioning. We already know that before you transition, you were a stud. But at what point did you know that you wanted to transition, and then what did that process look like for you? Because some people have different processes.
Ballroom. I joined ballroom, and I was like, oh shit, this person used to be a girl. Like I never thought not that I was in America, I was in ballroom, but I never thought that I could actually physically go from being a girl to a man. So seeing people in ballroom being able to do that, I had a couple of people that I used to watch on YouTube, and I'm like, and I watched The Aggressives, which is a YouTube
I've been seeing that recently come up.
It's like an old school documentary of like a lot of like studs who transitioned and how they used to tape themselves, their chest, binding, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, so I don't know why you keep pointing at her. She already said.
He over here telling his true transition story. You keep pointing at me.
She already said.
Relatable.
That is a breast reduction. You know, it's a different. That's
I'm
a whole
ignorant.
different ball game. But yeah, like ballroom introduced me to it, and then I actually asked one of like a gay boy because I couldn't ask. There's always a competition with trans men and studs. I don't know why.
That's crazy to me.
It's I don't know why, but I wish we should just all kumbaya. But I couldn't ask them. Because when I did, it was like I was getting short answers. And now that I'm in the position I'm in, I'm always giving out the answers. I'm always talking about what you could do, because I would hate to hold resources and information.
Right.
Like it doesn't do nothing for me.
Exactly.
So I asked this gay dude and I was like, yo, how can I become a man? He's like, oh, go to this place. So I went through therapy, which is something they're not doing now. They're allowing a lot of people to go through transitioning without going through therapy. You have to do, well, back then you had to do therapy for at least 6 weeks for them to know that this is what you want to do, because you're injecting something into your body every day for the rest of your life.
Right.
Facts.
So, well, until you decide to, you know, get a hysterectomy and get all of the other shit that you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we've had people up here, like I said, that transitioned. Did you experience mood swings, which is a common effect of taking testosterone?
Absolutely. My skin cleared up. That was something I was so thankful for. Like this, you was not seeing that before. I had a lot of pimples. I was very hormonal. I guess puberty. Mood swings are very high. Like I said, crying, your emotions. I didn't feel emotions. I was very whiny before. I was very like, everything was just like, everything would make me emotional.
Yeah.
Now, you scrape yourself or you get hurt or you want to start, oh, my leg hurts. I don't care. Like, I literally have a short amount of patience. And then your level of anger is also different. You've become very aggressive without even knowing why you're so aggressive. You're short-tempered. If you look at the men in your life, it's similar. But I was able to recognize that because, again, like I said, a lot of people take hormones and don't actually do the work on themselves to realize, okay, I used to be like this and now I'm like this.
Yeah.
To be able to kind of like stop that and work on your mood swings and work on how you actually feel towards people. Because imagine your mom called you Jacqueline for 20 years and then now you want to become Jack.
Yeah.
You can't expect your mom to call you Jack in 2 weeks. Like that's too short of a notice, and that's too short of. And now you as a man, you constantly are in that state of you need to respect me. You need to put this, you know, and you're not giving them a time to realize that you're killing one person to bring another person to life.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think I really grasped the concept before that. Like, I thought women that transition to men already thought this way, but in a sense, the hormones really enhanced it, and you dealt with things that I know it messed with your mood, but I didn't know like the whole train of thought was different. That's crazy.
Your train of thought is different, and whoever doesn't recognize it, I usually tell them don't transition. Just take your time.
So we can't blame men for just like being assholes.
Yeah, we all kind of like
damn, y'all get an excuse like y'all really just assholes.
It really is.
That's
like
crazy.
even like my girl would tell me sometimes like, hey, don't do this, and I'd be like, or she'll be like, do you remember this? I'm like, no, but I can't tell her, oh, it's my hormones. I'm just be like, listen, I just can't remember.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. As a man, I actually move like the niggas in my life. And then I look at them and I'm like, oh, that's why you was a dickhead.
Yeah.
Or this is why you was acting like this. Because this is literally how I'm acting now. And I wish I wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But it's just and now I have to learn to be a better man as a person, not just as a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can't scream at you just because you told me something. I have to calm down.
Yeah.
I have to approach you a certain way. Even like something small as opening doors. I'm like, yo, as a girl, I know as a stud, you was opening doors for girls. That shouldn't change because you became a man.
Yeah.
You don't have to choose the toxic side of being a man to become a man.
Right.
Type
that
of thing.
part.
You feel me? So
Gotcha.
you
I
can
love
still
that.
be a gentleman. You can still, it just takes a process because now you got hormones in you. And you're like, oh shit, hold
Dealing
on.
with a lot of different shit.
Yeah, you sweat more. Your odor is different. You smell different. Your sweat glands. It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a lot. Why you keep? She pointing
Don't
at you
let her
like
play in your face like that.
I'm childish. All right, so how was your process with getting top surgery? Because my friend had difficulties. They wouldn't approve him for some reason. I don't really know what it was. I think it was something with like the insurance or something. They didn't want to cover it. I don't exactly remember, but some people say it's difficult for them. Some people don't have any issues.
It was difficult for me, but for me, it wasn't difficult in the sense of I wouldn't call it difficulty. I call it I took my time. Okay. I cared about how I looked physically because I knew that this was I was gonna look like for the rest of my life. And I went through the process of choosing the proper surgeon. The surgeon that I wanted, the 3 surgeons I wanted didn't take insurance. So I didn't have a choice, but I had to pay out of pocket. So
Damn.
yeah. So it was like, and I can't get insurance because I don't have a green card.
True.
So that's another, story. So if you can't get insurance, I would say go through insurance.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world. If your surgeon tells you have to pay $20K, you got 4 or 5 years to save the $20K. Get your body get in the gym, get your body together. So that's what I did. It took me 5 years from transitioning to, I got my top surgery 4 or 5 years ago. So it's still pretty early.
Yeah,
Since I got my top surgery, I think 4 years ago because it was COVID. 5 years, sorry.
Okay.
COVID. It was 2020 when I got my top surgery. August 2020.
And is that how much it was? 20K?
Yeah. So I it was supposed to be 20K, but because I was paying cash, it went down to 7. Because I told them I would pay cash.
20K to 7K because you pay cash?
Because I was paying cash.
They said we ain't got to write no taxes on this shit.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, you know what? I bet.
Right.
So
I wouldn't ask no question.
Yeah.
That's a
So
big
I
jump.
had to pay $1,100 for anesthesia, $1,000 for the hospital because you have to pay the hospital, you have to pay for the anesthesiologist, and then $5K to the surgeon, and then another $1,000 for flight because I went to Texas to get it.
Oh, okay.
And then Airbnb, and then your medication's over $500 because you got to have your scar tape, your Vaseline, whatever other, your bio oil, all your scar care, and then you're gonna be out of work for 3 months. You can't work.
Damn,
you can't move your arms. You can't do nothing. You literally have to sit down for 3 months.
Wow.
So you losing money. So it's
Right.
like you have to have a backup of bread just sitting there.
Yeah.
You gotta be prepared. You definitely gotta be prepared. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm just about to get this done and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you feel once you got it done? Did it? What?
You was probably out here like, yeah.
I actually wasn't. A lot of people do that.
They
And
do. They be like, yeah.
I'll be like, chill. Like,
You
cause
be a little awkward at first, like.
yeah, nah. I mean, for me, it was more so I need to look good. I cared about the aesthetics of my body.
Okay.
That's always been a thing for me. Like, I can't go into a gym or be in a men's locker room and you can automatically see me and tell that I'm different. That was my thing. I want you to look at me and be like, what you mean he's trans? Let me find out. Let me go look. Let me open up his pants and see if he's really trans. I want you
Not
to
all
have
that, though.
Yeah, there are people that do that. Like you.
What you mean? They invite you to look in their pants?
They're gonna ask you like, nigga, do you have a? Know what I'm saying? Like it gets that deep. It gets that deep. So for me, it was like I need to look as stealth as possible.
Yeah.
But I don't have to hide who I am. So that's why I'm on YouTube and I talk about my life. But when you see me in the public, you're never going to be like, that used to be a girl. No.
Yeah.
And I have realized like when trans men like get their breasts removed, when you are strong and stuff, and I guess pecs or whatever, like it's way easier to hide the scars.
Yes. And depending on the surgeon you go to. And then on top of that, as black folks, we keloid easier. Our skins, people of color, our scars heal differently. So you can't go into the sun when you get a fresh scar. So a lot of trans guys, they get top surgery and they're already out there.
They
Might be on the beach.
Yeah, beach
for real.
pool. You can't go into Clorox. You can't anything, even breast reduction. Like you should not be in spaces where your scars are exposed.
Right.
You actually have to cover them as much as possible and just go through the healing process so that you don't keloid and you don't scar so heavily. And you don't have like, and then if you active too quick or you go back to work too quick, your scars enlarge. And again, as black folks, we, scar easier. So,
Real quick, talking about, in the locker room and in the gym and stuff, that incident that just happened. I forgot their name, but I think I know what you're talking about. But, I personally do think there should be like, in a sense, like a line drawn to a certain extent of like, if you say you transition, in some sense, you have to have transition, not just feel like you're, because I know transition can also be a mental thing, right?
Right.
But this particular incident, the person did favor a man, but they said they transitioned from man to female, but they very much favored a man and made things awkward. How did you feel about that? Are you just being in the gym? Because obviously you definitely pass as a man and it would be awkward for you in a sense to be in a woman's locker room.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that incident?
For me, I always tell people, wherever you want me to be, I'll go there for your comfort level. But you're not going to want me in a women's restroom. So like with that incident, as I tell people all the time, this is why I'm very strong with like people transitioning for the right reasons, because we're in a new time.
Yeah.
Being a lesbian at the time, gay marriage just got legalized. So life is going through a process. Transitioning is still new to a lot of people. I feel like trans folks, not to say it like this, they're going to probably come at me for this, but we need to understand that this is still new for a lot of people. Like if I go to my country, they don't know this is possible. You feel me? Like the world is still clueless to this. America allows us to be a lot of things. Yeah. So when you go outside of America, it's different. So seeing someone who's not trying to actually transition, like I said, it looks different for everyone. But I'm not going to go into a men's locker room without top surgery. I wasn't going into male's locker rooms without top surgery. I was transitioning, but I was still in the women's locker room. I didn't get out of the women's locker room until they said they were uncomfortable with me being in there. So when I was going to the gym, they were like, yo, you look like a man.
Yeah.
So I asked my gym, I said, hey, can I go to the men's locker room? They were like, go ahead. If they don't say shit, go ahead. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, you good. I was still wearing a sports bra. I was still wearing my compression. Niggas don't care half the time. But you got to look at it from a trans woman standpoint. That's a little different.
Yes.
Men are harder to break down. So as a trans woman, they have a lot of physical attributes that is harder to break down. We as trans men have an easier path, kind of like studs, where guys look at you and they're like, oh,
I ain't gonna stop doing that, Jayceon.
But no, you get what I'm saying? Like if somebody see you and they mistaking you for a boy, it's not a big deal because you are already embodying, that's what you're moving as. But if somebody sees a trans woman who probably has a stronger jawline, because it takes a longer time for someone like her to break down her muscles than it would for me to build my muscles. Because they're adding, we're removing. So it's like, I always say trans men have a bigger privilege than trans women do.
I can see also from that aspect of being a trans woman in a male's locker room, that's probably very uncomfortable too.
Right.
But I guess, and it still is very new to everybody to like, where do we draw a line? Like how you drew it, where like, if you still had breast, you were in the female locker room, and I get it. And it is a blurry area, gray space.
So like, 5 to 10 years from now, obviously when you're starting to, it's kind of like any law. If you think about it, it's like any law. There was a time there wasn't any unisex bathroom. There was a time there wasn't any family bathrooms. So women had to go to male bathrooms to change their kids. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
So there will come a time when things like this keep happening where you will have to create a bathroom for trans folks.
Yeah.
Or just call
Or
it
just
unisex.
a right?
Which there is in certain places, there are unisex bathrooms. But when you have someone that's brand new into their transition, you can't just go into a women's locker room as a straight up man and tell someone, oh no, I'm trans. Because then someone like me will have a hard time telling somebody else, hey, I'm trans, I could just be in here. Right. So that's where a lot of the issues come. But I think if all trans folks are self-aware of who they are and how they want to move in life, I think it could be easier than it is now. But it's still a hard road for all of us.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, this is totally different. But even as a stud in the locker room, I feel like I don't want to be looking over there because you think I'm looking at you and bitch, I'm just trying to, like, I feel, and this is no comparison, I want to be clear. But even as a stud, when somebody is changing and I see him in my peripheral, I feel awkward because I feel like you're going to look at me like I'm looking at you.
Right.
Do you?
And then automatically because you have feminine women who are completely against, lesbians and all of that. Because I felt like that when I used to be a stud. I used to be like, all right, let me use the bathroom real quick and get out of here.
Right.
Even at the movies.
I swear.
Bro, I don't even go, like, I be wanting to check out the sauna, but I be like, don't other people be in the sauna at the same time?
Yeah.
So I don't want to make it weird. And it's weird because I'm really overthinking a lot of shit, but I can only imagine what somebody's going through because I experience like awkwardness sometimes. Yeah. And we talk about it like people misgender us in the bathroom and shit. It'd be so weird. Yeah. And it'd be like people that's not like cultured at all. That be like, you see baggy clothes or something, you just automatically think
assume they're men.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can only imagine, and it is a tough space, and I really do think it's a gray area, and I do think like the easy answer would be unisex in general. You know
Creating
what I'm saying?
unisex bathrooms would make it easier for everybody. You want to go in there. If you find a man in there, that's on you. You find a girl in there, that's on you. But this is where, especially when you have people who are non-binary.
Or just single bathrooms or something.
Or just call it something. I don't know. But again, as the laws are going and changing, trans folks have to figure out what works for us and our safety.
Yeah.
Period. Because again, not to compare either, but as a stud, you can still say, hey, I'm a girl. All right.
I'll be trying.
But you know what I'm saying? But if a trans man who's not passing like I am, he still has his chest. He didn't get top surgery, and he's over here talking about, I'm a man. He's in a man's locker room. When you have biologically born men, cis men, who have bigger titties than some of us trans men.
True.
You feel me?
Hold
Because
up.
you know what I'm saying?
Hold up, you ain't lying.
So it's like it's a lot of gray areas that you just have to figure out where you fit in.
Yeah,
The way you explaining it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I really wish that was like how a lot of people give society grace, because that's really what it is. Like, you giving society grace.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't. Like, I seen the other day, not the other day, but it was recent. It was a person who was, I think they were non-binary, but they looked like a man, and they were in all pink, and they were in the women's restroom, and they were like, yo, like, get him out of here. They don't know that, non-binary or transition, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like we do need to do like at least a unisex. I agree with that, you know what I'm saying? Or just in general, just give us some grace when it comes to these locker room and restroom situations, because it's
tough. Yeah, it's because kids are going in there.
Exactly.
And women who probably are, always scared of other men are going in there.
Yeah.
You never know what woman got raped before in her past, and now she thinks a woman's bathroom is her safety, and it ends up not being the case. Or a man who's hyper toxic, and it's like, why is this half man? Like, that's how the thought process is because of where we are in society.
Yeah.
We're not there yet where society completely, we're still evolving. Shit, even for black folks, we are still trying to find our space in places.
Fact.
So imagine society not knowing or recognizing what it is we are going through.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much.
And that's why it's important that we talk about these issues and not.
Absolutely.
I do think like the transgender just topic is so sensitive that people are so afraid to get
deeper into the conversation.
Yeah.
It's okay. If we want people in society to even understand what it is we're going through, you have to open the good and the bad. It can't just be, respect me and where I'm not. It's like, meet me where I'm at and then find out what it is and how we can coexist as a group of people.
Yeah, facts. Well, outside of the locker room talk, all right? We talked about your top surgery. If we doing too much, let us know. But did you get bottom surgery?
No, I did not.
What's up with that dick?
Nah, I did not get bottom surgery.
Jayceon!
I did not get bottom surgery.
Did you want it? Have you thought about it?
I don't want it right now because, again, like I said before, everything for me is aesthetics. I'm from West Africa. I've seen plenty of, not to say it like that because my girl's here, but I've seen plenty of dicks in my life.
They probably got some big Mendigo Wakanda dicks over there.
They got big, soft. It don't even matter.
Yeah.
But I know what a aesthetically looking penis looks like. And right now I feel like science isn't where I need it to be.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm not ready to sacrifice another 2-3 years of my life for a surgery that may or may not work. And may or may not look the way I want it to look as well. So that's it's a lot to consider.
Yeah.
I just had a conversation about that on TikTok with a couple of people. Like, bottom surgery is not what's going to make you a man. The reason why people feel that way is because having a penis is very powerful, extremely powerful, which is why men are looked at as the hierarchy in anything. If you look at it that way, because that's how you produce, that's how you have a child. Without sperm, you're not having a child. You can have, IVF, you can do all that, but you still need the sperm to do that. So it's a certain level of power, right? But you can't take my power away if that's how I feel that I am.
You got big dick energy.
Period. You feel me? Like, I don't need, you know what I'm saying? Just like a stud, a nigga can come to a stud and tell a stud, like, you can't get my girl. And back then I used to tell, like, I can.
Yeah,
you feel me? So you don't need to have bottom surgery to make you a man. And I tell a lot of my trans guys this, it's all about what you got going on here and what you represent as a whole. If you're moving in a way, like, there's a lot of guys that get bottom surgery and still are going through a depression, mental, that don't feel more of a man than I do, or vice versa. And now they start comparing themselves to their counterparts. It's like, you went and got bottom surgery and you're still comparing yourself to the next man.
Damn.
You should have waited.
Yeah.
Take your time.
And then this might be too much, but if you got bottom surgery and you had a small dick, do you got small dick energy down?
I mean,
is it like,
the thing about bottom surgery, you could pick. You can
pick a size?
Yeah. And then
I thought it was little.
No. Your natural bottom growth is little.
Right. From
the highest it could go is probably 4 or 5 inches, depending on your genetics and how you already endowed.
You talk about like your clit when you take hormones.
Yeah. Okay. So when you take hormones, your clitoris is probably like, think of it as an uncut penis. Like if you ever watch porn or you Google uncut penis,
I've seen one in person.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
So it'll have I'm weak.
Weak.
It'll have a hood. Yeah. Right? It's automatic because that's just how a clitoris is set up. Now, depending on how you are genetically, it can get bigger or more endowed than anybody else.
Is decent.
But depending on who you are too, your hormones act the same way it does as a male.
Yeah.
When you're in the gym, your hormones are higher. So you will get aroused.
And you can see it?
You get hard. Yes. Wow. It goes through your boxers. It rubs on everything. Like it's actually the same exact way as it would. And then when you ejaculate or you come or you orgasm, it will go right back to being super soft. Sorry. It will go right back to being super soft. So you get hard and you get soft.
Oh, so you already kind of reaping the benefit.
Yeah. And you get veins. You get all that. You get all of that happening. Okay. So I just feel like, for example, when I got top surgery, I lost nipple sensation. So I don't have erotic sensation on my nipples. And I also don't sweat from my nipples. I only sweat everywhere else. So those are some of the complications you can get. So imagine now you're telling me I have to go through the same thing down there. So now you're telling me I'm whether going to have to give up an orgasm or sensation to get a penis.
That's crazy.
I'm keeping this.
Right? Yeah, so it's a lot to take in. Yeah. And it's a lot of stages. You go through 3 different stages just to have it. And then you have to take out other parts of your body to get it.
What's up, y'all? I know you're into the episode, but I needed to tell y'all, Shop Starship just opened up a new warehouse and they gave us an exclusive tour. When I tell y'all they got some new toys you need to check out, especially catered towards the queer community, you do not want to miss this. Make sure you go to shopstarship.com, type in No Homo Show for 10% off, and look at all the new stuff they got. Y'all gonna be excited. I promise y'all. Let's go.
So for me, I'm waiting until they can get like a cadaver. So like a dead body or...
whoa!
Yeah, like the same way they do transplants. Why not? The same way you do it. If you could transplant something to me where I don't have
dick?
or something.
A
My girl always says, "What the fuck?"
She said,
no,
what
I
the
don't.
hell?
But
because that dick might got a lot of bodies.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine getting a burning dick. Like,
But think about
got
it.
something on it.
Think about it. It's not that. Isn't that the same as trying to find a sperm donor? You still have to go through your research.
You tried it.
No, think about it.
tried
They ain't dead,
No,
though.
think about it though. If you have to find a sperm donor and you got to go through a sperm bank,
Damn.
that dude got a disease. He got this. He got that. You got to go through your research.
Jayceon, he ain't dead.
I'm just saying though.
I get the
Because
theory.
you don't need it. It's an organ.
It's not a bad theory.
It's an organ.
But it's
I promise you in
interesting.
10 years,
I could see that.
I'm telling you, in 10, 20 something years,
Yeah.
it's going to be a new.
Oh my goodness, I could really see that.
No,
happening.
because
telling you.
man's ego is like, whatever I do, don't let
touch my dick.
No. Don't let my dick die.
Yeah.
Keep my dick alive.
I'm telling you, you
Give
will
it
see.
away, bitches.
Give it away.
Because it's just
That's
I don't- it's a
interesting.
lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot. The size, the pumping, you got to pump it to get it up. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And
That's interesting.
from what you said, like, if you're comfortable in a sense of like, hey, I'm comfortable in my body, like, and I can enjoy sex the way I can, it might be better not to go through the complications. Because
Exactly.
what if you have something that looks like it, but now you
It ain't
can't
hit the
have
same.
the feeling?
You can't-
What matters
Listen,
more?
I've had people that can't even pee standing up. You
Damn.
still have, imagine you getting bottom surgery and you still have to sit down to pee because
Yeah.
your urethra didn't work properly.
Damn.
Like, that's a mental mind fuck for me.
Hell
Because
yeah.
right now I can stand peeing up.
Yeah.
So why would I have to do all of that? I'm fucking crying.
They need y'all trans community need to ban her. All right, I'm gonna just say.
We ain't banning Bridge. Just fucking
Thank you, I
around.
appreciate it.
But nah, for real, like I just feel like you have to think about these surgeries. There's no going back. When you get top surgery, even hormones, you take hormones, once you take it, your voice is not gonna change. You can't reverse the voice.
Oh, really?
No, you cannot.
Wow.
So if your vocal cords are changed or you got an Adam's apple, like I do right now, I can't take that back.
even know you get it.
So you
Oh,
developed an Adam's
I grew-
apple?
Yeah, I grew an Adam's apple.
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't
you
know
could grow.
that.
Yeah, your vocal cords, because your vocal cords drop.
And that's where
With
you
the
get
trans woman, they have to get a surgery to get it removed. That's what I'm saying. They remove things that they can't help. Like us, we grow Adam's apple.
Damn.
Our vocal cords drop. Once you do that, that's it. Now, if you get top surgery and you want to get it back added, you can get it back added, but
You can get it back added?
yeah, it's like getting a breast augmentation. So if somebody's detransitioning, that's on them.
Yeah.
Not, but your voice is going to be the same.
Wow.
And when you shave, your facial hair is not going anywhere. You're just going to have to keep shaving. Once you have it, it's not going anywhere. Whether
Even if you stop taking hormones.
you have to take estrogen again to get it back into your body.
And that just in general can't be good on the body. Like your
At
body
all.
probably is very
At all.
confused.
Yeah.
on, like,
Extremely.
For sure.
And I think this is important because I know there's people, there might be somebody transitioning that's wondering like, damn, should I get this? Should I do this? And it's important that you talk about that because
Yep.
sometimes like going the whole way, it might not be what you think it is. And that's willing.
That's why I wish they still did therapy because it will allow
Yeah.
you to know all of these. They
Damn.
talk to you about all of this before you
They should have
even.
never stopped that.
Yeah, no, I don't know when they stopped doing therapy. People just going ahead and getting hormones, but
Yeah. So I have one last question about transitioning. Okay. Now we had a person up here, it was like off camera, but they were saying how they feel like people who are transgender have body dysmorphia. But you were like, I didn't do it, you know what I'm saying, because of the way that it looks. So how do you feel about people saying that transitioning is a mental illness? And then it's a two-part question. How do you feel about people saying, okay, if we got to accept transgender, we got to accept transracials?
Well, that's different. Because if you want to be black, right? And let's just, if you want to be black, what part of black do you want? Do you want it all? Because you can have it all if that's the part you want. Think about it. What are you going to do? Get a tan? I don't understand how you're going to get a tan and say, yeah, I'm black.
yeah, but you don't gotta be black to be black.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
I ain't
so
that
like,
black.
right. But if you think of like mentally, if I say, you tell me you're a stud, right? I tell you I'm a man. What does that, encounter? It's based on society. Because when you think of years ago, black people weren't looked at as humans. We were what? Slaves, taking care of other people, things like that. So as society grows, people used to be gay way back when, but they were sneaky gay. Transitioning started mentally for people a long time ago until testosterone became available and people knew that, hey, if I put this testosterone into your body, you can become this person. So I look at it as it's all about how society is evolving as a whole, how life is evolving. If I were to be born in 1920 and now I'm in 2005, if you were to tell somebody in 1920 that we're gay and we're trans, they would look at you like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
Or we're flying in planes and we're doing all these kind of things. It's not accessible. Life is evolving. So I'm not saying that 20 years ago I would have been trans. Probably not. Probably would have been faking it. Married to, because when I came to the United States, my mom told me to go marry a white man.
Damn.
I was like, all right, that's my goal when I get here. Now I got here, I said, hold on. I don't have to do this.
For real.
I don't have to marry a white man to become who I want. I don't have to be any of that. I've never been with a man when I was in my country. So it's like, I have a choice to choose the path that I want to go into. So it doesn't have to be me having body dysmorphia. It doesn't have to be like if a woman feels like she wants to get a BBL. There was a time BBLs were impossible. There was a time getting
that body dysmorphia?
You know what I'm saying? It is. It could be to an extent, right? Because think about it. If a woman gives birth and she has diastasis recti, she can't bring her body back that she used to have. There's no going back from that.
Yeah.
She wants a mommy makeover. It could be body dysmorphia, but it's also like, no, I want my shit back.
Right.
It doesn't have to be body dysmorphia. It could just be like she wants what she wants. And that's okay. Just like me. I want to look like this. So although I can physically get a top surgery to get it removed, I still got to work for this.
Well, I guess the deeper part is like, it's not just like a look. It's like, I feel like a man. I need to look like a man.
But men look different ways. It's why I tell people all the time. So that's why when people say body dysmorphia, that's your body dysmorphia. It has nothing to do with your transition. Because there are a lot of trans men who don't mind having a bigger chest, who don't mind having a belly. I don't want the belly because I just like abs. That has nothing to do with me feeling dysmorphic about my body. It's more so like, I need to look like this every day. Now, when it comes to bottom surgery, there are people who look at themselves in the mirror and don't feel complete as a man.
Gotcha.
Because they look at other men and other men have to have a penis. And that's who they, correlate with. And that is fine for them. That's their mindset. But for me, I look at myself with or without bottom surgery and I'm like, I am a man.
Word.
Because every man that I encounter looks at me with or without bottom surgery and looks at me as a man. It's about how I carry myself, not what I have.
Right.
And that's the part that I try to like get people to understand. It's what's going on here.
It's deep.
It's deeper than that.
With every trans person, it's not necessarily body dysmorphia, but some can experience that. But it really comes with just mental health, period, on accepting you for who you are.
Right. Just like, Britt said earlier about mental health, about mental illness. If somebody tells me that being trans is a mental illness for them, I would take their opinion. Because think about it. If you lived in a secluded area, you were a Mormon, you grew up as a Mormon, and you've never seen a trans person in your life. I'm going to give my girlfriend as an example. She's never seen a trans person besides me. She probably seen them, but never encountered them until she met me. So if you don't know what a trans man looks like, you just know men and women, how can you actually look at this person and be like, you mentally ill until you find out that I'm a trans man? And if you feel like I'm mentally ill, maybe in 10 years, you'll change your mind when you keep encountering people who are trans.
You're like, this not your battle to have.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like a societal thing.
Yeah, it's a societal thing.
Yeah.
I think that's why I tell people, like, if you're a stud, you are non-binary, if you are happy within yourself, society will be like, okay, this person is actually...
Swear.
They know what they got going on. Society is not going to shun you. Society is going to have their opinion regardless. You could be a celebrity. You could be... They had an opinion about Michael Jackson and he's like the biggest thing that's ever happened. You feel me? So society will always have an opinion on you because we're growing as a society. But you as a person, whatever decision you make, you have to stand on it as strong as you can. And you can't look at what society feels about you to keep changing your body over and over because you want to please society. Because then that's when your mental illness is going to stop. Because
That's a good point.
you're gonna be changing everything.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's a great point. I like the way you broke that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
You
fact.
should be
All right.
running for president.
Nah, I-
For president,
I don't know.
change the laws for the transgenders and everything.
Yeah, like
He like, nah,
do your
I'm
thing.
good.
Yeah,
I
if you
like
want
how
to
you
get started,
speaking, though. You making it make sense because I think that it really is just people are not used to it. So when they're not used to something, they say, "Oh, you weird," or "That's a
it's-
mental illness." It's just because you're not used to it. Doesn't
I mean,
that I'm mentally
they
unstable.
said being gay was like,
say that
Yeah, it was a mental illness for a while, and now that it's so regular, they just
Now
call
it
us
ain't.
the LGBT.
Right.
What they call us, the LGBT alphabets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they know that we exist, so it's like, all right,
Yeah.
these niggas been around for years.
That's a good point.
You feel
and
me?
there is one other thing that I have heard, and honestly, I just want everybody to be happy with themselves. I never think that deep into it. You know what I mean? But when people say, so when they bring up God and religion, right? I say, honestly, God don't make no mistakes. So as a lesbian, like, hey, God already had this plan for me. You know what I mean? And y'all are against it. So when someone says as a trans man, if they made you a girl, how are you like transitioning to a man?
Right.
Like, how do y'all answer to that?
I was raised a Christian. So my mom
Okay.
is a big praying woman. I've been going to church. I know the Bible up and down. I don't talk about the Bible. I wait for people to try to talk about the Bible so I could, stop them where they need to be.
Hello?
My dad was a Jehovah's Witness. I look at it as this is my life. I have one life to live. So I'm going to live it to the best that I can because I hate having regrets. So if God has an issue with me and how I maneuver my life, we will deal with it when we get there. But everything else in the Bible, I'm following. I'm not getting married before certain things. I'm not doing all of it. I'm not, we all are on this earth. We're sinners. Every single one of us. However we decide to maneuver our lives is up to us, but just be a good person. That's how I see it. If you're a good person to older people, to kids, and just overall a good person,
Bro, that's all it is.
That's all it is.
I just need people to realize that.
You ain't raping people, you ain't killing people, you ain't being like a asshole out here slapping up your mom and doing all kinds of stuff.
No, for real.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
all it is.
I don't care what you do, who you fuck, what porn you're doing. I really don't care.
Period.
I just be like,
human being.
yeah, just be a good human being and I'm good with you. I don't care what you got going on.
All right. Let's talk about you in this damn gym. You in this, you being a bodybuilder.
You about to bust
all
out that shirt over there, boy.
Shit, I don't even gotta take. If I had a tank top on, I probably would have. But I ain't got a tank top
Because
on.
I ain't gonna lie. First of all, when I seen you, because I just started getting in the gym. all
Okay.
right? When I seen your picture, I'm like, you must not eat nothing. the way, what, do you have a 6 or 8 pack?
12.
It's an 8.
Okay.
It's an 8.
Okay.
It's going on
how
16.
the hell do you have it? This ain't even no gay shit. This is me wanting to know because can I get a
Hey,
2
let me know.
pack?
I'm a trainer. You know what I'm saying? I can.
I'm like looking at you like immaculate.
Honestly, I tell especially studs, I'm like, I started a whole stud boot camp in Charlotte.
Period.
I started.
What'd you tell 'em?
I want to travel with it. I want to travel with it and go because I always tell like people who are studs, like I want us to lock in. Like, imagine you being a stud and you be like, yo, you came from this to that. Let's make that work.
And studs be cool with men. So
They
it's
really
weird.
do.
So it's weird that they don't be cool with trans men because to me it's like a little bit of a low key hate in there. For me, it's like, damn, man, we don't gotta be like that because
That's wild.
who you trying to emulate? A cis man is always gonna look at you like a girl. No matter how you break it down, them niggas is looking at you like a girl. Now, me as a trans man, I'm like, yo, sis, pull up. Let me get you Aki. Let's get some, you know what I'm saying? So you can wear your sports bra. You got your, you know what I'm saying? So you can bag even more bitches. You feel me?
Damn,
'Cause
that's a fact.
at the end of the day, like, every stud gonna tell you they don't turn out a straight girl. That's just a fact. Every stud gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if you want to turn them out even more, I could put you on to how to do that.
Yeah.
Because when you look good, people respect you. So for me, like, I always looked at it like, I didn't even start going to the gym until I went to the gym before I transitioned.
Okay.
That was
like your motivation. Like I gotta get.
I cannot be 95 pounds and say I'm a man. Like, niggas would bitch me around. So I was like, nah, I gotta start working out. So I started working out before I even took hormones. I started being in the gym. It became more of like my mental health release.
Facts.
And then it turned into a whole shit. I could get pecs. And then when I did start transitioning, it was like, oh, this is, and I started getting a lot of respect from a lot of like men, biologically born men in the gym.
Okay.
Dudes who were like 5 foot, 6 foot, like, you know, OGs, like grandfathers and all that. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay. It's a different respect level that you get from being in the gym that you won't get on the day-to-day basis.
That's a fact.
So it creates a certain kind of like, you know, distance between me and regular people, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
God,
it's not, you know, it's not the same. Like when I'm stepping into a gym, I get my trans guys that come around, they be like, oh shit, like you get respect. Yeah, I get respect. It's not like, you know, like in ballroom, I walk sex iron, right? I wear a thong in ballroom. Walk sex
Blood
iron.
cheeks out. That's what I be doing.
Yeah, but you feel me? Over there, I don't get the same respect as when I wear a thong at a bodybuilding competition. For them, they fetishize me. It's more like, ooh, I want to fuck because you are a trans man.
Yeah.
On a bodybuilding stage, it's like, holy shit, I want to be just like you because I know it takes discipline. I know it takes hard work to look like that. So it's like a big, you know, that's kind of why I kind of had to step away from ballroom a little bit. So I can really, really focus on you know, like I am a man. Like you're not about to look at me and just on a fetishizing, and you know, especially with OnlyFans being around, it's different.
Yeah.
People get curious and everybody wants to look at you as just a, you know, sexual object. But
Yeah.
So I do want to get into bodybuilding, but you really going to gatekeep how the fuck you got these abs?
Nah.
That's the...
Don't drink dark liquor. Stay away from mixing. Eat a lot. Eat the animal that you want to look like. So if you want to be
lion.
So if you don't want to
Tiger.
look, because like for example, if you eat nothing but beef,
cats.
if you eat,
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
if you eat nothing but beef, you're going to look like a cow. If you eating steak, nah, for real. If you eating steak all day long, you're going
But
to.
a lot of people in the gym promote steak.
It's different.
I ain't trying to be no chicken now. I ain't trying to be no big.
Nah, but think about it. However you look right now, right? If you want to turn that into like muscle, you gotta eat lean fish. So whiting, cod.
I don't even eat fish.
Yeah,
She don't
exactly.
like
I'm
fish.
screwed.
She need to eat
Nah.
fish.
Crab legs.
Oh nah, hell no. So you out here seafood boils and stuff.
The boy make me boil. I ain't gonna lie. The boils me up.
Nah, that's a lot of oil. That's a lot of oil.
Damn.
So I might do a seafood boil once a week, maybe once a month.
All right, so mostly fish.
Yeah, fish. You can still
Lean.
eat. You can still eat red meat, but like it has to be the leanest part of the cow.
that shit
like
out.
you gotta make sure like if you eating ground beef, it's 96%. Like it gotta be as lean as possible.
What about turkey? Now I'm a turkey. Oh
yeah, you can eat turkey. Now you can eat turkey.
My head up with this.
But you can eat turkey.
Alright.
Turkeys are small.
Yeah.
So basically, the smaller the animal, so the fish, the turkey, the chicken, the leaner you look. Now, if you're eating a big ass cow and you eating every part of the cow, you eating cow feet. What is there in cow feet?
is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, but you ate feet.
I eat cow
pig
feet. I eat pig feet. I eat cow feet.
I don't eat pig feet anymore.
I eat-
but I didn't know that was an
shrimp.
option.
You can eat
Oh,
shrimp.
it sound like a little
Yeah,
bit.
shrimp, all that.
Right, shrimp.
But if you out here eating like pigs every day, you eating pork chops every day, there's nothing in the
look like
pork
a
that's
pig.
gonna give you,
Right.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, that lean muscle. So you hitting the gym, hit them push-ups, hit them pull-ups,
Yeah.
do your
All
big
right.
one.
And you eat clean all the time.
No. Like right now, I'm living my best life. I had Waffle House yesterday. I had Waffle House this morning.
Damn, you wearing it back though?
Oh yeah.
All right, so like how much in your daily, daily, I'm trying to
This
figure
a personal
it out.
shit,
Yeah,
right?
no, this not even.
It's a consultation
No,
right
this-
now.
It's just a training camp. All right,
Shit.
I'm just saying. All right, weekly.
What I would say is you got 7 days in a week.
Yeah.
If you eat clean for 4 days, that is more than the other 3 days.
I love you.
You get what I'm saying? You eat
That sound fair.
Yeah. Monday through Thursday, eat clean. Friday, Saturday, go to the club. Have your little drinky drink.
Yeah.
But don't drink Monday, then go Taco Tuesday, then drink on Friday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Then
love
drink
Taco
on Sunday
Tuesday.
again. Then it's like, damn, you
Yeah.
just drinking and partying all day.
That's a
and
fact.
that's different.
Yeah.
Okay, I do want to say as you bodybuild,
Mm-hmm.
all right, and you compete in male spaces.
Yes.
So I do want to commend you on that because, like, when it comes to transgender and athletes, you know, we always look at it we always look at the men that transition to women competing in women's sports and it being a benefit, like y'all got the upper hand. But you competing in men's sports is low key like the odds are against you.
Way against me. Like my height, my strength. Like I have to go.
You are a little short.
Very.
I thought you was gonna be taller.
Yeah, a lot of people think I'm 5'3", 5'4" with some tips on, and if I put some, I am. I'm
5'3" 3/4.
Like I'm like, I think I'm 5'2".
He said, nah, I am.
That's why it's like 5, you know, like 5'2", 5'4" with some Timbs on. You feel me? Like, but you know what I'm saying? But it's more so like I compete against dudes that are like 6'3", 7 foot, like in the bodybuilding stage. So I have to go to the gym. I can't bullshit with you because I gotta make sure I'm in the gym twice as hard as them because they have testosterone in their body. Right now, I'm not even on hormones. I haven't been on hormones in 9 months. You know, so like I don't have hormones in me right now. So my strength level is extremely low. My push is low. It's a lot of different levels that I have to go through to be on that stage.
So when you're competing, you're not taking hormones or you can't?
Well, right now I'm just not taking hormones for personal reasons. Okay. But I can. So, but I will, if I do, I will have to compete in the NPC, which is like the ones where they don't check your levels and everything. Where it'd be like people are on steroids. Right. But I'm not even taking their level of, I'm not even on that level yet.
Right. Okay. So, and there's no fight with like cisgender men that you're competing in this?
So that's another thing that, you know, with the bathroom situation, right? I will not go into a space. There are a lot of trans men who don't pack. So if you don't know what packing means, meaning, you know, making sure you have
that big dick down there.
You know,
that dick print.
Is it like a cup or are you really putting like a penis like shape?
I put a cup.
Okay.
So when you go on a bodybuilding stage, some biologically born men put a cup too because they're too endowed. So sometimes they put a cup as well. So when they look at me, they don't see me as, and again, my scars are not as, unless you are like laying down with me and touching my scars, you are not going to know that those are scars because I have tattoos.
Right.
So you just see me as, oh, he got pecs. That's it. And my body's just so up there that they don't look at me and be like, hold on. No. I go on stage, they call me by my name. They don't call me by my old name. There's not no,
I win my name.
Yeah, it's none of that. It's not, I'm not being looked at as, I don't know if they know. Some of them don't know. My coach didn't know when he started training me. I had to actually sit my coach down and tell my coach that I was trans.
Wow.
I actually posted that on TikTok and everybody was shocked like, wait. I'm like, yeah, like you guys might think that the whole world knows I'm trans.
No,
but they don't.
And then especially if you're straight, you're not on that algorithm.
Yeah, I'm not here sitting here where I'm like on an everyday basis where people are like, oh, he's the trans. Yeah, obviously, if they follow me, then they're like, oh shit, he's popular on such and such. He's on YouTube. He's on this. Yeah. But other than that, people don't. They see me as, oh, he's just a bodybuilder or he's just this.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
And just for clarity, you started bodybuilding before you transitioned or after you transitioned?
After. Wait, okay. I just started bodybuilding 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So
I did one show 2 years ago, and then this year is when I actually started to actually bodybuild for real. I did 3 shows in the Carolinas.
Yeah, and I definitely, like I said, think the odds are against you, right? Yeah. But it's still not an issue for you to compete in that.
Nope.
Because for somebody to be like, it's way different in the male to female space.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if a transgender woman won against women, it's like you got the upper hand, but they can't say that if you transition and it is wrong. I mean, in a sense to like
in both ways, it's wrong in a sense because at the end of the day, trans women when they are taking estrogen. Yeah. Now, how long you're on that estrogen for makes a difference, which is why I didn't start bodybuilding until I felt like I was at a certain space where I can compete against you. Now, if they were to find out I was trans and they tell me, yo, you can't compete in this, I'm going to look at it as y'all haters because I'm doing my big one up there.
Because the odds are against you.
Yeah, because the odds are against me. I'm not, there's nothing, I don't have the upper hand. I got hella estrogen in me. Like, you feel me? You have testosterone. And in order for you to, even those who have testosterone have to take so much steroids to actually get, like the amount of steroids they have to take to even look how they look is insane. So I always pride myself to be as great as I am because of the hard work that I put in day to day.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
my bad. I was gonna say, where were you at with it? With sports, like when it comes to what she was saying, like transgender women competing in women's sports. how do you feel about what we should do to make everybody satisfied? Because it seems
honestly, I'm gonna be real. I don't speak for trans women.
Period.
I don't live their life.
I respect
I
that.
don't know what they go through. I always try to say, like, when people do ask me about trans women, I say, look, from what I know, here's what their disadvantages are versus mine. But I can't speak for the life that they live because I don't walk in their life. Like, even if you were to ask me about a stud, I could tell you my life that I used to live
Your
as
past
a stud.
life.
But I cannot tell you what a stud is going through right now.
Yeah.
Because it's different. Like, life is different. So I can't tell you anybody else's walk of life but my own.
Yeah, and that's fair and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could think of, which is still kind of unfortunate for somebody that loves sports or something, is like to be in a transgender competition of whatever it is, or a transgender team.
That's why trans people got to just create our own.
Yeah, but it does kind of suck to extent of, as of right now, it's like that wouldn't necessarily be on the level of the WNBA or the NBA.
Right,
You know what I mean? And it sucks.
Absolutely.
Because you can transition, but still absolutely love the sport you're in.
Yep.
And it is one of them things that it's like, damn, right now it seems like you got to make that decision.
And you have to choose your life over your likes, if that makes sense.
And-
like, if you used to be a stud and used to play ball and now you're a trans man, you might not be able to be a basketball player.
And you might have grown up all your life loving this, and it does suck. But I do, as just the regular human, see the benefits and how it is unfair in some sense. So
and as the years go by, I always tell trans folks, we are here to help the next generation.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I kind of create. I don't know if you guys know about Bro Code, but I created a brotherhood for Black trans men to kind of like be able to do for the next generation.
That's dope.
Because when I was coming up, it wasn't nobody really saying, hey, this is how you put your binder on. Hey, this is how you want to make sure you go into the gym. You don't have nobody. I don't even know if studs have that. Like, hey, this is how I need you to.
We got the No Homo Show.
We try to teach you.
And that's what I said. You feel me? Imagine if y'all never created this show. You feel me?
True.
A lot of these conversations wouldn't be had. So I tell people all the time, if you're coming up and you were able to come up out of 5 years, 10 years, do something for the people that's coming. Because if without that, you stop a certain kind of generation from growing to the next level.
That's a fact.
Because now you're allowing studs and anybody in the queer community to be who they want to be without being in a box.
Yeah.
That's a fact. This is my last question on like bodybuilding and stuff. I seen you recently like put up something like, y'all don't know what I have to deal with in this space as a trans man. Can you kind of briefly like talk about the things that you face? And I'm sure we covered some of them, but like that people wouldn't realize.
Packing, for example. A lot of people think I just go up there and I'm in these spaces. I have to wear a certain type of underwear. I got to make sure that my underwear doesn't. I got to make sure my dick don't fall out when I pose.
Damn.
On a big ass stage.
That would be crazy.
You feel me? I got to make like. Imagine mentally being on a stage in front of a whole like auditorium of family members that don't even know you. It's a whole bunch of kids. It's a whole bunch of families that's supporting their other family members.
That
judges.
Fuck their head up.
You know what I'm saying? And you are up there and you're posing and your dick will fall out.
Damn.
Like even my coach, he talks to me like he's a drill sergeant. Hey, pick up that heavy ass weight and lift it up. Now, if you the nigga that's over here gonna start whining and nobody want to hear that shit. Like you actually have to go through this as you are a man, because men don't sit there and complain that they are tired, that they are, mentally like, nigga, you are abusing the shit out of me mentally right now. You cannot do that. You have to. It's like being in a space where, like you said, you can be in a space where 5 men are just sit. I got teammates. 4 or 5 of us niggas is pushing weight. I'm not about to push 10 pounds. He's over here pushing 70. Yeah. I got to push 60 or 70.
I'm happy to be a girl now.
You feel me?
I can't do it.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not telling. I can't tell my coach I can't do it. I can't say certain things. I can't be like, yo, I got my girlfriend to go to, or I got this to do.
Yeah.
No, they don't want to hear that shit. Even when it comes to like, for example, right now I'm not on hormones. It's been 9 months. When you're not on hormones for a certain amount of time, you are gonna get your period back.
Yeah.
I can't tell my coach that.
Damn.
I can't go to my coach I can't tell my coach, so guess what? I gotta, I have to wear the protections that I gotta wear still and still maneuver. I still get my stuff 4 or 5 days I still gotta go to the gym.
Yeah.
And if you know anything
That
about
first day, boy, I'm
feel
like,
me?
fuck that gym.
you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I can't just tell my coach, hey, I'm on my
cramping today.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and
what the
even on TikTok, they be asking me about like that type of conversation. I'm like, right now, I can't have that conversation with y'all because I gotta go to my coach the next day and he gonna be like, yo, nigga, what? Right now, this is you, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's certain conversations that I have to avoid. There's certain things that I go through that I can only talk about with my close circle because it exposes me to the public.
That's real.
And now I have to, a nigga gonna see me in public and be like, I can't even talk about prosthetics in public. Because now you're gonna be like, oh, wait, you are walking around with a fake dick? Like,
Right.
there's a certain level of things that I can't do and talk about because of that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this will be our last segment. We're gonna talk about like dating, masculinity, and then just trans identity. So, what is your sexuality? Because I think when we first learned about trans, we thought, okay, if you transition to a man, you're going to date women, but that's not how it is. Like I have a friend who went from female to male, and he's dating a man, and he actually just had a baby by the man. And that was like, okay, so it's not just about whatever we thought it was about.
Yeah, everybody's sexuality is different.
So what's your sexuality?
I'm a straight man. And like I said before in the past, I used to be a pansexual. That was me finding out who, I was as a person.
So that's not bisexual?
No. A pansexual is someone who dates people off just how they feel about them.
Yeah.
Off rip. And you don't have to be a man. You don't have to be a woman. You don't have to be, you just are attracted to who you're attracted to.
And I know
you might date transgender.
You might date.
non-binary.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was about to say, is that like a way out? But then that is when you go into like, would you have dated another transsexual?
Like a trans woman?
Transgender, yeah.
I dated a trans woman in the past, yeah. I dated 2 trans women in the past.
Okay, word.
And I would still date a trans woman because that would be me being straight. Because I consider trans women to be women. So that doesn't change. But there was a time in my life where I was a pansexual, trying to explore what I was actually into.
Yeah.
And I realized it's just not for me.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a certain life where I'm a straight man through and through. And yeah, pretty much.
And then you said your girlfriend's first transgender
person she's dated, yeah.
Dated.
Mm-hmm.
How did that work out?
Like, how did you disclose it? Because we talk about that often up here too. It's like, okay, when do you tell somebody? Because it can kind of get dangerous when they assume that you are born a man or born a female, and then you don't tell them.
Well, for us, my sister kind of already told her, and she kind of, because I was on YouTube, so she kind of knew, but it's still different for her. Like, my lifestyle is different because she's used to dating biological cis men. Me being in ballroom, me being a pansexual in the past, me dating trans women, like that's a lot of things that she has to deal with. Shit, I might have to sit down and have, this talk with her. Yeah. We talk about these things from time to time, but from her perspective, that's a lot. Now, if she didn't know beforehand, I would tell her before I take her on the date.
Okay.
I have, like, if I did speak to women beforehand, before we even go on a date or we go anywhere, I would be like, yo, go check out my YouTube. Because for some reason they can't figure it out on my Instagram. I don't know why. It's there.
But when you straight, people in the straight world, I don't know.
They be like a little oblivious of like certain signs. So on my Instagram, they never could actually be like, because I used to tell girls like, go on my Instagram and look, and be like, I ain't find shit. I'm like, all right, go on my YouTube. Binge watch a couple of videos.
All they see was your 8-pack.
Yeah, they saw the abs, they saw the body, and they were like,
what am I looking for?
Yeah, so.
Let me see abs? What am I looking for?
They would go on my YouTube and they'd be like, and then they'll be like, oh, I didn't know you were trans. And then they'll kind of be like, oh, I'm not interested. And then they'll come back around and I'm like, oh no, it's cool. I'm good on that. Yeah. Like if you got to think about it, you don't have to deal with me. I would rather because my life is complex. Who I am is complex. It's not a straight walk. Like I said, society, people are grown up differently. Mm-hmm. So it's because now she has to explain to her family how we will have kids, how that would work. Yeah. So that's a lot of responsibility on her as well to, come up with and introduce me to family. And
do the family have to know that you're trans?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
So I'm like, all right, this ain't none of y'all business.
And to an extent, because when it comes to kids, when it comes to me sitting down in a space with you, or again, if I was living a stealth lifestyle where no one knows I'm trans, then that's different. But even then, that's a burden that I have to carry
I feel that.
on me every day.
It ain't no secret.
Yeah, and I don't want that to feel like a secret. I'll give you and your family time to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be a burden that I have to hold, because once they do find out, then it comes out like if you were hiding.
I appreciate that. And that's what I always thought, like when people say like, I don't tell them right away, I want them to get to know me. It's kind of like, I agree with that. I agree with that. But also, hey, you gotta accept me for who I am. This and when you're proud in it and you like you don't hide it, something about that's attractive too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm not gonna meet you off rip today and be like, yo, so what, my name is Jayceon, I'm trans.
Right.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But if I romantically want to involve myself in you down the line, absolutely. If we're about to go on a date and sit down and talk, I could tell you on that date, but I would rather tell you beforehand.
Yeah, I'd rather just
tell you beforehand, because I'm not about to sit with you at a movie or whatever, and you have a certain mindset, and now you're like, wait, hold on. That's it's still a shock. Like, being trans is not just something that everybody's used to. So I have to actually let you know beforehand.
Yeah.
And is there a reason why you still carry the title as trans man and not just say I'm a man? Because some people also don't like to be considered trans man. They want to be just I'm a man.
Because whether you like it or not, you're a trans man. That's just how I feel.
That comment is what got us canceled last time. You just got us canceled. I'm just fucking with you.
No, for real. I mean, listen.
I think they did feel away because he was like, I mean, I'm trans man. Like, I don't have to just be known as a man. And they got upset because it's like, no, we want to be known as men. We don't want to be known as trans men.
But I think it's the verbiage that they're missing out, because when people meet me, I am a man.
Yeah.
I'm not going into spaces like, hey, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But when we are in a space, like if you and me, you're both queer, you're, you know, in the LGBT community.
Yeah.
And then there's two people who are in a cis heteronormative. I'm going to tell you I'm a trans man because I need you to know my experience is different from yours. Okay. So that's the only time I use the words like cis.
Yeah.
Because I need you to know that you're different from me. I'm not a biologically born man.
Yeah.
Whether I like it or not, I can't put that on myself, because you need to know my story. You need to know that I am different. Because if I take my shirt off right now and you ask me where I get that scar from, now I'm going to be upset because I didn't let you know that I was trans.
Yeah. And I just respect the fact, because like you're saying, even in this conversation, you were saying like, I could relate to you studs when... Like, your upbringing is just totally different, and that's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Like, you still are a man, but you're a trans man because you got a whole different experience
than I wish I was born a cis man. I mean, I would have loved to be biologically born a man, but that was not my fate. So I can't walk around wanting people. Most people who want to not include themselves to be trans are people who usually live stealth, who, you know, you transition and you just live your whole life like that completely, where no one knows. But again, a lot of people that I know who live like that come to me and ask me all these questions, and I'm like, if you just let that burden go off of you, you will feel so much at peace.
I feel like, am I living a secret in a sense?
That's literally what it is.
That don't bother. I feel like it would bother them the most. You know what I'm saying? Because of the not exposed, but like you just saying, like you take off your shirt, not thinking, and then they ask you the scars. Now, do I gotta lie about this, or am I telling you the truth?
I've had like, you know, clients, friends who, you know, have wives or girlfriends who their family don't know they're trans, and now they don't be around the family.
Their wife don't know?
No, the wife knows.
Oh, I was like, well,
the girlfriend knows, but the whole rest of the family don't know they're trans. And now they have to ostracize themselves from that family, because the family starts nitpicking. And I'm like, if you just let them know, yo, I'm trans, you will feel so much better, and you won't have to keep your partner away from their family, because now their family is judging you every other day.
Yeah.
Right.
If you just, like I said, if you just live in your truth, life will be so much easier.
That's a fact. And it's relatable to us dating women that their families ain't accept them in a sense, and be like, bro, like, we not about to just deal with this.
Listen, when I was a stud, I was dating this whole girl. She had a whole baby, and I'm like, bro,
typical stud activity.
Yeah, I'm not about to be a step daddy. I'm not doing that. It's a lot.
See, the way you talking is how I be thinking, but some people be like, yo, no, I'm a man. I don't want you calling me by my old name. I don't want you bringing up pictures of me or nothing like that.
I don't want that, because my old name is girly as fuck, and it just don't fit me, and it just doesn't make sense that you're calling me that. But
y'all call it dead name? Why is it called dead name?
Because it's done.
It's dead.
Because like, I'm dead. The other one is dead. It's a whole. So it's like, in order for me to grow, it's like anybody that's growing.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody that was in jail. I know people put a stigma on jail, but imagine somebody that was in jail, they come out and they want to live a fresh new life.
Yeah.
Right.
And you keep reminding them the fact that you're a felon. Nobody want to hear that shit all day long. Like, nigga, I want to move on with my life. I want to be this new person. So allow me to do that. Now, I'll give you time to get adjusted, because seeing a felon come out today, or, you know, somebody that's a mother today and tomorrow they're not a mother.
Yeah.
You have to give them that chance to grow. And for that growth to happen, sometimes you have to close certain doors.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Listen, I love this conversation. This was long for all the right reasons.
We got a little more questions we didn't get to.
I just want to get to one more piece.
But I got one more question.
Okay,
I got one more question. It's something that happened recently with Girl Lala. I don't know if you've seen the situation.
Yeah, I made a whole Facebook
basically,
post about that.
Okay, so let's talk about it here. Because basically, her dad wanted her to be dressed as a man. And he was like, I want to see my son one last time. The way that they came into this earth is how I want to see them go. So what was your take on that?
At their funeral.
At their funeral,
referring to.
I made a post and I said, anyone who wasn't in my life as a trans man should not have any decisions on my life past. So I felt like her dad wasn't an active father. So if you weren't an active father, like literally an active father, you can't tell your child how they should go back into the earth. If he was an active father, even if he was an active father, this is how your child wanted to live their life now. You have to respect the dead either way. Yeah. Like me, I tell my friends all the time, if y'all don't ride for me the way I'm riding for a whole nother stranger, that's going to be a problem for me. I do not want to be put in nobody's dress. Come on, I put in work. It's not even about my physical appearance.
Yeah.
I put in work for years to be who I am. So I refuse for something to happen to me and somebody just be like, well, this is who I want you to go.
That's
so disrespectful. I think that is like the ultimate disrespect to your child. And I think that as a father, I don't even think I heard him really worried about the person who killed your child.
That part.
I have not heard him really be like, yo, I'm ready to kill this dude. Bring me to the, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Like, I feel like a lot of times we go at us, you know, the LGBT people go to us automatically as an issue because we have a so-called mental illness. We're different. But our perpetrators and people who are actually against us do not get no flashback. Your child got killed. So you should be worried about the person who killed who you put on this earth versus putting on a wig or not a wig or however your child decides to. The mom herself wanted to put, you know, Girl Lala in a wig. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. I think that his concerns were misplaced, in my opinion. I feel like he should be more concerned about making sure his child goes back to however the child is well and good and worry about how I'm going to get justice for my child's death.
Hey, man.
That was my concern.
And I would say, like, anybody that's doing it for religious reasons, like, that's not your battle to have. Regardless if you think she was going to heaven or hell because of what she chose to look like and dress like, that's not your battle to have. And that girl is probably going to haunt you.
I swear.
Absolutely. And I said that before.
Listen, place your child as they want to be placed. That's not your battle to have. And trust me, if God was making a decision, it wasn't based off of how they look in the casket.
And it's it's like, not how the person looks in the casket at all. It's about how they live their life. So you probably just have to pray for your child and hope that their soul goes wherever it needs to be. But at the end of the day, putting this person in a dress or robe or whatever is not going to change anything.
That's
at
a
all.
fact.
And clearly that's how she was most comfortable. So why would you want her to go out this earth in another way, discomfort way that clearly she expressed? So
Jayceon, like, look, leave my 8-pack out, all right?
Just
have
put
me flexing, all right?
Put me in there as I am
Rest
now.
in peace to Girl Lala, man.
Yeah, for sure.
For
sure. All right. Before we end, I want to get into a segment called We Listen
and We Don't Judge.
And we don't judge. Listen, we haven't been judging you, but you've been giving us some real facts, all right?
Yeah.
And then she pulls the religious trauma card. My ex said I'm a narcissist.
I'm looking for love, and they're just looking for feet pics.
We listen and we don't judge.
My story is more so like, I do. All right, so as a trans man, when you first start transitioning, again, that's why I say I wish there were people like me who would teach us what to do and what not to do. When I used to want to pack, right? I used to learn STP. So STP is like stand to pee. It's a packer that helps you actually go pee.
You got the link? I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, that's a cheat code. I ain't gonna lie. I would love to stand to pee.
I'll send you, and I'm saying, so it's like you put it on.
Christmas present.
You can actually put glue on, put it to your pelvic, and you stand to pee in the urinals. This is when I didn't know how to
so
pee.
you glue it to you.
Yeah, it's like a glue that you could take off about like 3 days and a couple of days. It stay, but you can. It's called STP, so you could pack, play, do everything with it, have sex with it, and all that. But you gotta wash it, obviously, like a regular penis.
Yeah.
Now the problem is I didn't know how to really use it properly, and that's why I use things once, and if it don't work for me, I'll be like, all right, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom. I went to a urinal, and it fell. And there was somebody else in the next stall. So it was like,
damn.
Holy shit. But thank God, the person was actually, I don't know if they were coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing, but I had to hurry up and grab it. And it was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. So I just stopped packing and doing all that. So I just started learning how to do my own thing. But moving on now, if I knew what I knew back then, I would have never
Why did it fall? What was
so I didn't put the right adhesive on there. I was just and then depending on how you wear it, you gotta have certain type of underwear. It's a lot, like as a trans man to like.
I ain't gonna lie. To this day, even me being familiar with transgender and gay and lesbian, bisexual, if I was seeing a little
you see a little on the floor, you're like,
I'll be like, why? Why did this fall out right here?
Where's this coming from? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the things that we gotta go through, and you learn as you go on. Like, I'm not gonna do that again. Even like as studs, like I'm not about to get something that's very stiff or very big or sizes. You learn, things. So as a trans man growing up, it's like any other man. If you 14, there's boys that I had to teach certain things to. You 10 years old. A lot of guys don't know. Like, you can't nut today, right now, and in 2 hours try to go have sex.
Damn, that's
nigga, you just nutted. You're gonna have to wait a while, before you go and have sex because you just nutted. If you want it, or you nut so you can last longer. There's a lot of things that we don't get to learn as, because you're a teenager. Yeah. You're taking hormones, you're gonna be a teenager. You gotta go outside. That's why I like having OGs around me, because they're gonna be like, all right, so this is how you're gonna do it. This is how you're gonna,
wow.
There's a lot of trans men that's packing with a size 10 inch. Niggas do not walk around with a soft 10 inch. You do not.
10 inches.
It's not happening. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
H said he the only one.
But you probably know what I'm talking about. Like, you at most soft, at most, you probably a 6. At most. Yeah. Because whether you're a grower or not, you're not walking around with an 8-inch soft. It's not happening.
That's uncomfortable. I would think that's horrible.
Bro, put a little 3-inch in your pants and call it a day. Yeah. Relax. Like, you're not about to walk around here.
That's
so
real.
It's a lot of teaching that goes into that. But yeah.
Hey, listen, we appreciate you so much. I appreciate y'all. We learned so much from you today.
No, for real.
I hope everybody else did that tuned in.
Of course.
Any final thoughts? Anything coming up? Anything you want to announce to the people?
I do have a boot camp. It's a stud boot camp. Yes, in Charlotte. And I would love to bring it to Charlotte. Okay. I would love to bring it to Atlanta if y'all, because I'm only like 4 hours away. That's why I drove here. When y'all, gave me the invite. I was like, you know what? I would actually love to drive down and come out here and do this with y'all. So if y'all have anything, you create events, let me know. Jayceon will pop out. I love being around the studs. I love being around the femmes. I just be.
Yo, maybe we need to
I party.
Because I didn't know we're just cool with studs, femmes, transgender, but I didn't realize that there was really like a gap or like
there is.
We get it sometimes because we promote women who love women, so some trans men don't feel welcome, but we just put that out there because that's what we represent. But we welcome all.
Which I realized, you know, that's why I wanted to come to a lot of the events that you guys do have. And I would love for the guys, because they see me come to some stuff and they're like, I said, look.
Yeah.
The lesbians ain't gonna bother you if you don't bother them. If you ain't going in their spaces, being all rah-rah, just like any, you know what I'm saying? Just be chill, like dance. They ain't gonna come to you crazy. So I would definitely wanna, bridge that gap and let people know like we are still invited into the spaces we used to be in. Because a lot of people ostracize themselves from those spaces because they feel like I'm a man now. I can't hang out around studs, or I can't hang out around lesbians. It's a lot of straight women that go to lesbian parties. It's
Yes, it is.
It's a lot of straight women that just want to be in that environment because it's safer for them.
Yes,
So they
that
would
part.
love to see men or trans men who are in that space and be like, oh shit, okay, I can still have whatever I have there here.
Yeah, let's be clear. Like all women in there aren't just lesbians.
They're not.
Either bisexual, pansexual,
Everything,
date trans,
yeah.
men.
Or there are
Trans
trans women that
women.
come
Yeah.
there, and because there are trans women who are lesbians.
Yeah.
So sexuality should not change the spaces we should want to be in. So yeah, invite me, and I would definitely pop out to whatever y'all have.
And when we ever go to Charlotte, we're gonna work out with you.
Yeah, let me know.
we
I got
coming
a
to
private
Charlotte
gym
soon.
out there, so let me know. And if you need an online trainer or whatever, I do it all. I do the virtual. If you got an apartment complex gym you want to work out at,
I'm gonna eat
got you.
shrimp and
you ain't gonna eat.
You gotta get some fish.
You gonna eat more
I'm
than
trying to
that.
get like you.
You got let me know. I got you for real.
Nah, you got that. You a beast. And
Nah.
we appreciate you.
I appreciate
thanks,
y'all for
Jayceon. I
having me for
appreciate it.
sure.
Y'all
for
already
sure.
know it's the No Homo Show.
Yes, sir.
Jayceon ditto. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Whole lot of gay shit. Whole lot of gay. I like
Boss Brit, we certified, and DJ XL.